If you're a sucker, like I am, for a good slasher movie, you are in for such a treat. Hello, welcome back to the channel. Today we are talking about Thanksgiving. Yeah, this slasher is such a blast. I had so much fun with this movie, just start to finish. Is it perfect? No, it is not perfect whatsoever, but it really grips you right from the start, where you have this incredibly made scene just depicting Black Friday and really brings to life all my fears of Black Friday shopping. With how that is depicted in the film, Eli Roth, right from the get-go, is able to grip you with that, and then that's pretty much the whole basis of the plot of this film. I was a little worried that they wouldn't call back to it enough and that it would more just be some big Black Friday like horror show essentially, and then cut to a story that isn't as connected to it, but no. It was very related to the story, and all the connections that they kept making back to that 10-minute sequence was seriously just great. Really just kept you going throughout the film, and you can see exactly who the killer is once it's revealed. But because of the sequence, you expect it to be so many different people. I did not see the twist coming really whatsoever until it was revealed, almost. And once you look back, and think back, you realize all the little hints that the movie dropped for you. But I'm really glad that it wasn't the obvious, and this wasn't one of those horror villains who you could really figure out from the get-go, and it also wasn't one of those horror villains where you had no true breadcrumbs dropped throughout the story for you to figure out who they are. The kills were electrifying. Like, just some of the things that happened in this film were so gross they had me a little unsettled, but also like, I did see Saw X, and none of these were that level. So that type of a movie, kind of, if you're able to get through that, you can get through any movie, including a movie like Thanksgiving. Though Thanksgiving does really push the boundary, especially at the dinner table scene. If you've seen this movie, you know what I'm talking about with that scene, with how it really pushes the boundary of kind of how far horror can go, or at least how far big budget horror can go, because I know we have the Terrifier franchise, which I still haven't watched yet. I know one of the selling points of this film for certain people is that it stars Addison Rae, and after her last movie, which honestly, I'm not even gonna name it. I don't want to talk about it. It's there, it happened, it was horrible, and I don't want to think about it anymore. I was worried that she would be so terrible in this film. She was fine. There was nothing terrible about her performance. There was nothing, obviously, that made me be like, oh my god, Addison Rae is the next big thing. No. But she does her job, and she's fine. One final note I am gonna make about this film before we go is just there are so many of those Boston type of accents in this movie, and I love it. I loved it so much. I could watch this movie just for the accents. Give me this and Good Will Hunting as a double feature just for the Boston accents. I mean, seriously, really made my day. So at the end of the day, this film is a little flawed. It's not perfect, but none of those flaws really stick with you. I'm not leaving this movie and thinking about, gosh, it really could have done these things better. No, it was just so fun. And yeah, it's a 4-star movie. And it's also my favorite slasher of the year now. So really just kind of a double whammy for this one. Again, I had such a good time. If you like horror, if you like slashers, I really can't stop recommending this enough because it is just such a good time, and it's original. Aside from the fact that it's based on a Grindhouse trailer, it is wholly original, and slashers need that. We need more originality after we've just been getting Scream movie after Scream movie after Scream movie as our only real means of good slasher movies at this point. But what about all of you? What did you think of Thanksgiving? Let me know in the comments below, or if you don't plan on watching it, also let me know about that in the comments down below. I would love to hear all of your thoughts, and while you're down there, you might as well like and subscribe because not a lot of you are. And yeah, thank you for tuning into this review. I'll see you next time.